Hey guys, Kevin here. I'm now using my GoPro Hero 6. I've had it for around 2 or 3 hours now, and you may have seen my channel. I had an unboxing, just showed you what was in the box, etc. Now, I did a video, and what the video was to give you my initial impressions. And that's what this video is for, my initial thoughts after using it for just 2 or 3 hours. And whilst that video was good, some of the issues that I've realised since watching that clip weren't mentioned in that video at all, so I have to do it again, unfortunately. But I'd just like to give you my impression of it. Now, with me walking around, I'm using my Coleman tripod, and I'm using the official case. But what I found was when I was moving it around, I was just walking around talking it, the audio was terrible. It was picking up every single little bump, everything. It was really, really bad. I'm not sure if it's coming through like that just now. If it's not, I'll play the other clip from the other video, but right now it was picking up really, really bad video. So what I want to do is sit down and then talk from here, because I don't want the audio to be a major distraction. So what, what is my initial impression of it after 2 or 3 hours? Well, from the actual device, from the design point of view, I think the design is great. It's just the same as the GoPro Hero 5. I've not owned a GoPro Hero before, but first things I noticed was that I don't like the latches, the battery cover, the cover for the HDMI and the USB-C charging cable. I don't like those. This is something I've found on other action cameras as well. They're just kind of, you need to push them really in, just, to make them waterproof. It's just, I guess it's a sacrifice that I had to make. The other thing is that battery life seems terrible. I've only taken a couple of clips and it's dropped from 100% down to like 65% in less than 15-20 minutes. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So whether I like to or not, if I'm going to continue using the GoPro Hero 6, I'll probably have to buy a couple of extra batteries. There is a chance, well, very high chance, that is because I was recording through 4K. Right now I'm recording at 4K at 60 frames per second, which I can see if I go around the back of what you see there. It says 4K, 60 frames per second and wide. Now, as far as the actual recording system and all that, the menu system, all that is really good. I really like it. It's really very simple to use, and you can use it on your phone app as well. There's a GoPro app, it works really well. So right now I'm recording at 4K, 60 frames per second and wide. When you change to a lower resolution or a lower frame rate, you do get a lot more options. For example, you have super wide with the lower resolutions. One of the modes I like is linear, which is kind of like, like a regular camera, but it's not this fisheye effect that you're probably looking at just now. That's something that I'd like to try as well. Linear mode is only available at 2.7K, so 2.7K recording, but you've got super wide, linear, and wide, super wide and linear available at that kind of resolution and below. You get the slow motion video at 1080, you can do 120 frames per second. So for slow motion video, like I was trying it out earlier, I was like just pouring the tap water into the basin just to see how it worked, and that seems quite good as well. The battery life is a concern, and that's a concern after only using it for like 2 hours. Could be just because it's using 4K though, so hopefully I'll do some more tests and I'll find out whether battery life is better if you're recording at, say, 1080p. I'm happy to stick with 1080p if it, the quality is better. And that's another thing, I'm recording at 4K, 60 frames per second. I've sat the action camera down, I've sat the GoPro Hero 6 down, but this doesn't have video stabilization at this resolution and at this frame rate. You need to drop lower down in order to get stabilization. So, although this does offer 4K 60 frames per second, I'm not going to say it is quite limited in the sense that you've only got it wide. You can't do video stabilization and things like that. So, there's a few things I need to mess about with a lot of the settings. I need to do lots of clips and then figure out what works and what doesn't. Now, the camera actually came to me 5 days earlier. I ordered it from Amazon.com. It wasn't supposed to come until next Monday, and it came 5 days early. And they actually said it was going to come tomorrow, which is why I don't have the other things I bought. It came a day early from what they said, DHL said, and I've ordered an accessory kit, and I've ordered a screen protector for the front lens and the back panel. So with the accessory kit, I'm going to get a suction cup for my car. There's lots of other accessories like a chest strap and all these different things, fairly cheap to buy, and I'll be able to go out, take some recordings in the car, and I'll be able to to go out, use a chest strap or use a buckle strap or something to get different clips. The main concerns right now at this point are that the battery life is bad, but as I said, it could be better at 1080p. But the other thing is audio. I was playing the clip back, and see when I wasn't even really moving around with that selfie stick, and I was getting a lot of noise. There was a lot of interference, and it was if I had recorded a clip using that, it would have been unusable. So what that means is, well, you need to use an external microphone. Now that's not a problem. I've got external microphones. I've got the Video Micro. I've got the Shure VP83, which it retails at a couple of $100. It's a decent mic. Now it's not the size of those external mics that I'm worried about. I've got the external mics. I've got lavalier mics as well. The problem is that the official USB Type-C to external like 3.5mm headphone jack, that connector, it's £50, which is ridiculously expensive. It's $50 in USA. But the price, if it works, okay, that's the price you have to pay. I'm not happy about it, but I will pay it. But the problem is this thing is a brick. It's the same, it's like half the size of the camera. So all of a sudden your portable, tiny little action camera becomes this mess of a setup where you've got the camera, you've got the connection, which is half the size, and then you've got the external microphone, where I could just use my Sony RX100 instead. Now, it depends what you're using it for, obviously. That's, if you want to be using it like me as a vlogger, you need an external microphone really, because the audio does seem bad. Now, I might be jumping to conclusions here, guys. This is, I've only been using it a few hours, so don't take anything I'm saying right now as gospel. This is just my initial impressions after using it for a few hours. The other thing I noticed as well, I connected to the app, but I had a problem at first. But basically, you have to set whether your wireless network is 5 GHz or 2.4. That's easy to fix. But another thing I noticed is this offers a really cool command thing where you can say GoPro, start recording, stop recording, and things like that. The problem is that works great, but what I found is that when I was recording, after 2 minutes, it just stopped recording. I didn't say GoPro stop recording, it just stopped recording. And I checked online, and I looked at a few other people. I thought it was a micro SD card issue. I thought maybe my SD card wasn't good enough, and the fact I've been recording 8 minutes just about now shows that it isn't. It's about this voice command. I don't know what it is. Maybe I said the word stop, or maybe I said some other word, but it just stopped recording. So the voice command thing sounds like a great feature. I tried out and I was like, that's amazing. GoPro start recording and it starts recording, but then it was just stopping at the random times. So that could be a feature that sounds good on paper, but just isn't implemented that well. I will be tying up all these thoughts in future videos, guys. So please do stay tuned. Hopefully this isn't too noisy for you when I do that. Please do stay tuned. I'm going to be doing lots of clips. I'll do clips in the car. I'll walk around. I'll maybe do some clips at night time. If you've got anything specific that you want me to test, let me know. I'd like to do some cool like slow motion tests as well, to test out the slow motion footage of the GoPro Hero 6. I don't want to really have an avalanche of clips for you guys either though, so I'll try and pick and choose what I do for you guys. But I will be messing around with it to try and figure out what recording formats are going to work for me, because there's certain ones that I won't need. I'll probably stick to the same formats all the time. I will sacrifice frame rate if it means that I get a more stable video, but video isn't my major worry. Audio is. Battery life isn't. Hopefully, if it's going to be a big problem with 4K recording, I'm going to have to switch to 1080p recording or 1440p or something like that. I'm not going to burn up all my battery life. If you go out in a day, it's okay if you're at home, you can charge it and then recharge it. But if you're out for the day, you just, you burn up your battery very, very quickly. So yeah, these are my initial impressions. And you're probably hearing some noise here, so I do apologise. I realise the audio on this is pretty bad, but it was important to illustrate what the audio was like. This is the kind of point of these clips, to show you what it's like. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please do leave a comment below. It's been raining tonight, which is why I'm not out walking around. I didn't want to get soaked. But I will be going out tomorrow for a few hours and just doing lots of clips and just spending time trying to figure out how this works. So please do leave some questions below. Give me your feedback, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers.